They say that if you seal a body in concrete, it will never be discovered. In the movie Fog Kill, the protagonist poured concrete over a body in the basement of a police station and ultimately escaped legal punishment. But wouldn't a corpse in concrete still emit a foul odor? To verify this claim, the MythBusters team decided to dig a large hole in front of their neighbor's house under the pretense of fixing water pipes. First, Jimmy fired up the cutting machine and drew an outline on the concrete ground. Then, using a jackhammer, he began breaking through the surface and removing the soil inside. To have enough space for the concrete pour, they enlarged the opening even more, eventually digging a pit roughly the size of a coffin. Next, they purchased several decomposing pig carcasses from a slaughterhouse. The extremely intense smell drew neighbors over to see what was happening. Adam, ignoring the neighbors' disapproving looks, dumped the dead pigs directly into the pit. Then, he opened the cement mixer's outlet and poured concrete over them. If concrete could block the spread of the putrid smell, then, once it solidified, it might actually be possible to hide the evidence. However, after the concrete was poured, something unexpected happened. Foul-smelling bubbles rose from inside, gurgling up like the fermented vegetables from a certain commercial. What do you think happened next? Drop your prediction in the comments. To cover the smell as much as possible, Jimmy laid a plastic sheet on top and continued pouring concrete until it was level with the surrounding ground. So after the concrete hardened, would there still be a foul odor? The results were shocking. Even though the concrete had hardened like stone, a strong putrid smell could still be detected in the area. So the two applied another layer of sealant to the surface to achieve complete sealing. Finally, 5 months later, aside from handprints left by someone who had crouched down to smell the surface, there was no noticeable difference. Next, they brought in a radar expert with ground-penetrating radar equipment. The device sends pulse signals underground, and if there are anomalies in the soil, the radar can receive return signals that display on a computer. But could it detect a body inside concrete? After calibrating the equipment, Jimmy dragged the radar back and forth across the concrete surface. The computer screen showed many white circles that were clearly different from other locations. The expert confirmed there was definitely something underneath. To verify whether the radar detection was accurate, the two began breaking through the concrete surface again to see what was actually inside. When Adam opened up a hole, the intense smell made him take a deep breath. Through a night vision camera, they could see that the pigs inside had decomposed and disappeared, forming hollow cavities within the concrete. The experiment proved that even with completely sealed concrete, bodies can still be found through technical means. So this method is extremely dangerous. Please do not attempt to replicate it. I'm Explorer Guy, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to follow for more myth-busting experiments.